Good morning, you legendary mavens from the top of sunny Mount Hotham. Welcome to the Ballad of Fergal Manergal. Yo!
It's cold outside. I burn my wind.
All right, legends, I have just left work. I haven't even picked up the camera today, but I'm just heading to Cyclo Retro Cafe because they do really interesting bike restorations.
Asked you for a ride.
Yes, it's a Finnish laptop. So she's from Finland,
Yeah.
and the native Indians, the Samis, bred them to herd reindeer.
Really?
They're reindeer dogs, that's what they're called.
So beautiful.
The best dog you'll ever look through a lead.
So when it's windy like this, you get all the kite surfers out down at St Kilda. It's awesome. Kite surfing is one thing I would like to do.
Like you do me. 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 Like you do me.
So I'm here in Chris Howard's Cyclo Retro bike shop. It's in Port Melbourne. You guys know I love coffee, you know I love bikes, so to combine the two and all these awesome retro bikes on the wall here, I decided that I need to come and talk with Chris about how he got into this, why he started restoring bikes, and why he came up with the idea of combining the cafe and the bikes. And here he is now, he's sitting next to me.
Mainly sort of work that I do and have a bit of a reputation for is engraving the logos back on after polishing it. Right. So that cam peg there, I've engraved that back on and then fill it in with black and then try and get it back to the way it used to look when it was new. But I do that for, you know, cranks as well, like that. Like I engrave that little shield back in.
Yeah.
Normally the original cranks, that's printed on.
Yeah.
So if you want that polished look, you end up losing the print, the printing.
Yeah.
And so what I do is I engrave it back on, fill it up with paint again, and then, you know, it's there now permanently. It's never going to rub off. You know, if your heel is rubbing it or something, it's never going to rub off.
Yeah.
Engrave Casati into the side of it, and then your Italian stripes on the top, and you know, and then match it with brake levers, and this particular job also I'm doing like Casati cranks, Casati chain rings, front derailleur, rear derailleur, and then I've repainted the whole bike, and that will be a, you know, like a showpiece type bike when it's finished.
Awesome.
So this is a very special Concorde. This is probably the best bike in my collection.
Really?
Even though it's probably not the bike that's in the best condition, it's the best bike of my collection because it's Gert-Jan Terneese's bike from 1988. So he rode for PDM. He rode the 1988 Tour de France. Pedro Delgado won that year in 1988. Gert-Jan Terneese technically finished third, but got relegated to 11th spot because of some drug taking.
Yeah, right.
I was lucky enough to come across his bike through a Dutch website.
Yeah.
They kind of advertised it. I don't think they really knew the name, who it was, but it was in terrible condition when I got it. And as soon as I saw the signature on the top tube of the bike, I recognised the name and I thought, well, I've got to have that bike. And so yeah, it's a very special bike.
So that is the end of our bike tour in the Cyclo Retro Cafe. But Chris is telling me he's had this prototype in his mind of a sort of a mud guard, but a really easy installable mud guard, and he's not sure. He's sort of thinking about producing it. We're going to bounce it off you guys and tell us what you think.
Fenders are a nuisance. You don't need them on there 90% of the time, but they're a necessity for anyone who commutes on a bike. When it's wet out or it's raining, you really want a fender. And the fact that you can simply mount or dismount this as you need it is going to really differentiate it from the rest of the fenders in the market, and I think make it a standout. And that's Chris Howard's quick release big fender.
All right, tell us what you think. Should Chris start up a Kickstarter and make this thing, right? It's something that he's been bouncing around in his head for a while. and we just want to bounce it off you guys. Thanks, Chris. Good on you, mate. See you, buddy. All right, mate. Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
What's this? I know that guy. Troy Clark.
Troy's won Hawthorn crits last week, A grade.
Yeah.
We've been posting the A grade results on this board for a little while now.
Yeah.
We wanted to give local racing a bit of a boost and ourselves, and we've been giving free coffee to anyone winning any local crit in any grade. So if you win a local crit, come down, we'll give you a free coffee and sort you out.
So it was really nice to spend a bit of time with the boys in the cafe just then. It's always great sharing chat and banter with people who are equally as passionate about the sport. So yeah, it was good fun, and the boys said if you're a local Melbourne rider, they said they would give $2 coffee. So if you come to the end of your group ride in the morning, you want a $2 coffee, and I can tell you it's quality coffee. Go down, check the boys' shop out, the cafe, and they'll give you a $2 coffee as long as you're in Lycra. So check it out, check it out. Not a sponsored post, just helping out good humans, which is, that's what they are, they're good guys down there. So I'm just gonna head in to see the boys at the bike tailor now, just to let them know they've got a bottom bracket in for me for this bike, for the Bianchi, but I haven't told them what I'm doing, and they've had it in there for ages. So I just thought I'd drop in and let them know what I'm doing.
Dan's finally in the store when you do.
Dan's the man. So we're meeting Dan, the other owner of Bike Tailor.
He's the brains. I'm just the face.
Well, he looks like the brawn to me. He's built like a brick shithouse. Barron wheels, here we go. They look a lot like Envies, don't they?
Yeah, so it's a similar rim shape to Envies. We've got the 25 width at the front, 23 at the rear.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got DT Swiss 350 hubs.
Yeah.
And we've got the Chris King option, so these ones here.
Okay. So Chris King option. Yeah. So you were on one of the Barons. What happened? You hit a pothole.
So we're riding. It was winter, so it's Melbourne winter.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's raining.
Yeah.
It's the Dandenong, so the roads are nice and wet.
All right, that was too long.
Way too long.
No, that's all right, I'll cut it up. But so what the boys are going to do, they've got the Barron wheels, as I said. We're going to take that broken wheel, we're going to take it to Raoul on Tuesday, and we had to get him to cut it open and see if they really are quality. Now this is ballsy from the guys, because they're bringing in wheels and they're putting it out there to see what these wheels are like. And we know that the one person who's going to know what quality these wheels are is Raoul, and I just rang him up and he said, yeah, bring it in Tuesday. So we're going to do an experiment and see what these wheels are like. And if they're crap, you're never ever going to see this video on Tuesday. And you're never going to see this bit. No, I'm only kidding. So yeah, it could go either way. This is ballsy, because if they're really crap wheels, they're never going to sell another wheel again. But if they're good, they're going to sell a lot of them. So I like this. I like the risk, boys. I'm heading out to the Sandown bike race, and guess who I bumped into? My old mate Jimmy. You better buy. He's one of my best mates. He's one of my best mates, and he's not even going to buy a kit. What am I going to do with it? Wear it in the gym. Just walk around the gym with it on. That's my good mate Jimmy. He is ex-Special Air Service. He's ex-Army guy. Very, very hard nut. It's a very elite group of Army people in the SAS. I just met up with Woz. He's one of the Inform boys, and he's towing me out there. Hey buddy, how are ya? Pretty good? Just all the big guns here, eh?
Oh no.
All the big guns.
Talking rubbish. Talking rubbish.
Just telling lies to each other.
In the new kit, mate.
In the new kit, mate. When are you going to buy one?
Well, I'm just looking at you, mate, and looking at me, and I'm just wondering whether it might not be complimentary for me.
Mate, I cater for you. I cater for us. I put you and me in the same category.
What grade are you in?
Oh, I don't know, mate. I might do C grade or something, B grade. Something like that. How you been going?
I've been good.
I've heard you had a couple of wins.
I had a couple of wins in D out at Casey Fields.
Yeah.
And I got smashed here in B last week.
Yeah, well, that's good.
I'm going to try C today.
Okay.
C feels like a better fit.
All right. Well, we'll get an update with how you went.
Thanks, ladies. I just pinned my number on, and Doug was kind enough to let me go in B grade so that I don't get dropped too early. So I'm going to get out there now.
You wanna put it on me, 'cause love is an open throat.
Take that wretched thing away from me. I never want to see it again.
You wanna put it on me.
What do you reckon? Little Red Riding, a good colour. Good colour combo.
No, I wouldn't call riding one of those tops, wouldn't I?
I reckon you should. Should we get you in one?
Yeah, I'll wear one.
All right, I'll get you one.
Yeah.
For you, $200. No.